Okay, I'll go on to the next topic. Okay, circular single linked list. Okay, this is the third type of the linked list. Okay, so we already covered the single linked list and double linked list. Okay, now we'll move on to the circular single linked list. Okay, these circular lists are we can use for both single linked list and double linked list. Okay, so this is the topic with the circular single linked list. Okay. Okay, outcome of this topic is okay, the student is able to understand the how to perform the circular single linked list and able to understand the advantages of the circular list. Okay, student can able to create the linked list with the circular conditions. Okay, next. Okay, circular single linked list. The advantages of these are without going to the front and back, with the starting from the first node, we can directly go from the last node to first node and first node to last node. Okay, that we can do with the help of the circular list. Okay, as same as a single linked list, it also moves in the forward direction only. Also have only one link from the first previous node to next node. Okay, but only the advantage of making a single linked list into circular is okay, it can move directly from the last node to the first node. Okay, the last node is attach it to the first node. Okay, so that it is easy to move from the last node to first node without having any more number of lines of a code. Okay, in circular single linked list operations are general operations we have. Okay, the similar to the remaining all other linked lists. Here also we have the creation of the linked list, insertion of the linked list, and okay, deletion of the node in the linked list and traversing of the linked list. Okay, creation is we can create the linked list with the n number of nodes. Insertion is we can insert at the begin or at the end or in the middle. And deletion of the node is also at the beginning or middle or at the end of the linked list. Traversing is only one way of a traversing, that is from the left to right. Okay. So here the remaining all the code is similar. Only the difference in the codes are inserting a node in the begin and inserting a node at the ending will have the different. Okay, than that of our single linked list. Okay, why? Why? Because whenever you are inserting a node in the beginning or at the ending, okay, you need to link the okay last node to the first node, and at the same time, okay, first node is also to be updated to with the last node next. Okay, and deletion is also same. Okay, whenever you are deleting a node in the beginning or whenever you are deleting a node at the ending, okay, you need to be update the last node next to the first node address. Okay, this is to be performed for the deletion and insertion also. Okay, so other than these four operations, we have the remaining all the operations are similar for the single linked list and circular single linked list. Okay, creating of a okay single circular single linked list with n number of nodes. Okay, here also first we'll create a node. We'll create a new node. Okay, with the required value and next as the null. Okay, then we will assign the. We'll check whether the start is not equals to null. If it is equals to null, then we'll assign the new node to the new node as the starting node. Okay, if it is not equals to null, then we'll take a starting node address into the temp variable and we'll move up to the temp of next is not equals to null. Okay, we'll move from the one node to another node. Okay, and whenever you reach to the last node, okay, then we'll assign the temp of next equals to new node, that is last node, next node is the new node, and new node next as the start. Okay, so actually generally we'll perform the new node next as the null in the single linked list, but in the circular linked list we'll make the new node next as the start, that is starting node address is assigned to the new node next. Okay, and inserting a node at the beginning of the linked list. Okay, inserting a node at the beginning of the linked list is also similar. Okay, I'll take a new node. We'll create a one new node first. Okay, then I'll check whether it is empty or not. If it is empty, we'll assign the new node to the starting node. Okay, and new node next as the start. Okay. Okay, we'll assign the our existing starting node as the next node for the new node. Okay, this is for the if the linked list is empty. Okay, if the linked list is not empty, okay, then we'll take the our starting node address into some temporary variable and we'll move up to the okay that next value is not equals to start. Okay, so here we'll check the okay without checking the null we will check with the start node address. Okay, if it is equal last the temp node next is equals to not equals to null not equals to start, we'll move on to the repeating of the loop. Okay, so new node next is the start. Okay, we'll add the new node in the beginning and new node next becomes the existing start node, and now the new node will become as the starting node and last node next as the start. That is last node is the node in the last node in the our linked list. Okay, that next of the last node as becomes as the new start node. Okay, so to get this last node we are using this loop. Okay, so that it moves up to the end of the linked list and that last node next is assigned with the new start node. Okay. Okay, and inserting a node at the beginning we're using the diagram. Okay, our new node is this 5 and 100 and new node next is assigned to the existing start node and our new node becomes a start node and last node next is assigned with the new node address. Okay, next inserting a node at the end of the linked list. Okay, for this we'll create a node first. Okay, one new node is created and then we'll check whether the linked list is empty or not. If it is empty we will make our node as the first node in the linked list. If it is not, I will take the starting node address into the temp variable and we'll repeat up to the temp of next is not equals to start. Okay, that is again if it is a circular list, so that we need to check the linked list to be okay the ending is nothing but its next is not equals to the start. Okay, then only we'll identify that this is the last node. Okay, and our temp of next is the new node. Okay, this is the last node, temp node is the last node, this next of the temp node is our new node. Okay, and our new node next is the it becomes again start node. Okay, so every time we'll add a one new node in the last and again I will assign the new node next as the starting node. Okay, then it forms as a circular list. Okay, so this is the diagrammatic representation. This is our new node. Okay, and last node next is the new node and new node next is the our first node. Okay, this is the link to the our first node. And deleting a node at the beginning of the circular linked list. Okay, we are not writing a code for the inserting it the middle. Okay, why? Because that is similar to the single linked list. Okay, we need not to make any other changes to the single to the middle insertion of the single linked list. Okay, so that we are directly going to the deleting a node at the beginning of the circular linked list. Okay, so here also we'll take the two variables, last variable and temp variable, that is assigned with the starting node address, and we'll check that we'll repeat a loop up to the last of next is not equals to start. Okay, so up to that we'll move the one by one node to the next. Okay, once it reaches to the last node, okay, then we'll remove the first node. Okay, so that first node is to be removed is nothing but start equals to start of next. Okay, that is our we are pointing the start node start pointer to the next node of the starting node. Okay, so and then we'll assign the new start node address to the last of next. Okay, last node next as the new starting node address. Okay, okay, so this is the diagrammatic representation. Okay, this node to be deleted, then node to be deleted. Okay, so that first we will assign the start equals to start of next. Okay, that is second node is assigned to the start pointer. Okay, and first we are finding the last node. Okay, why? Because to link the last node to the our first node, so we find it the last node using the pointer last. Okay, so whenever you find out the last node, okay, then we will attach the last node next as the our new start node. Okay, new start node is assigned to the last node of next. Okay, next, deleting a node at the end of the linked list. Okay. Okay, here also we are taking the start node address into the first one temporary variable, and we are also taking another variable as the previous. Okay, previous is also assigned with the starting node address. Next, we are checking that the loop is to be repeated up to the end of the linked list. So temp of next is not equals to start. We are repeating the loop. Every time we'll take the temp node address into the previous, and the temp equals to temp of next. Okay. So, and whenever you reach to the last node, okay, then we are just making a connection as previous of next as the starter. Okay, that is temp is on the last node, and previous is nothing but the previous node of the last node. Okay, this is assigned, this next of the previous node is assigned to the our first node of the linked list, so that this reference is removed from the its previous node. So this is deleted automatically from the linked list. Deleting a node at the ending. Okay, this is the last node, this is the temp variable, and this is the previous node. So the previous node next is assigned with the start node address, so that automatically this node address is removed from the previous node. Okay, traversing of the circular linked list. Okay. So to traverse a circular linked list, this is similar to the normal single linked list. We'll take the temp equal to start node address, and we'll display the data of the node and move on to the next nodes until unless temp is not equals to start. Okay. And advantages of circular linked list. The major advantage is, okay, something we can remove the extra operations which are need to be performed to move the linked list from the last to first and first to last. And some of the applications of the linked list, circular linked list is something like whenever you want to perform the operations that is to be done from the last to the first. Okay, that is whenever you are say for example there are the 100 nodes, and you has to go from the you are on the 100th node and you has to go to the first node. Okay, if it is normal single linked list, you need to start again from the first, and then you can repeat it. Okay, without that you can do the with the circular linked list we can directly go to the from the last node to the first node without starting again. Okay, we can go to the first node directly. Okay, and it is also used in some of the computer networks, circular networks. Okay, LAN networks and others. Okay, so these are the advantages of the circular linked list. Okay, in the similar way we can also create the circular double linked list. Okay, there also we need to change the code of the inserting at the beginning and ending, and deleting of the beginning and ending, that we can change by adding the last node to the first node. Okay, so that is only the change we can do in the circular linked list. Okay, to make the single or double linked list as the circular linked list. Okay, so these are the three lists we have covered. Okay, single linked list, double linked list, and circular list. Okay, so using these three you can create the different types of linked lists. Okay, in the next class we will see the how we can perform the polynomial addition using the linked list, and we will also see how to implement the stacks and queues using the linked list. Okay. Okay, thank you, and this is the end of the today's class. Okay, bye.